All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the San Antonio Marshals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. On first down, it's Carter. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2nd and 9 now.
Oh, come on, let it go. Let go.
When you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Roughing the passer.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
There's a serious cough there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side. Carter looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down.
Oh.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20.
Get a juke in there.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Newton on 1st down.
Oh.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Brown away and bring up 2nd down.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Peyton, and he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. On 1st down, Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
20. 8.
On third down, Elliott. And this play will
Not
be blown
call.
up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and a punt.
So that would be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down now.
Nice run, nice run, nice run.
At the 35, gain of 7.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down.
Get this guy out of here.
After 1, it's 9-0. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Stick together.
Now a give, right side.
Oh, power football.
Inside the 35, now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! DeAndre Carter, his third touchdown now on the year. They are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Third and long, it's Newton. They set up the screen to Peyton. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Defense. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd down, it's Carter. And
what a tackle.
Just shy of
what a tackle. Over here fucking around.
It's
what a tackle.
Of 17 and a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run on 1st down. Carter. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 3rd and 1.
Check the run.
Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And to give this time to the tailback. He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown.
What a throw. All my fault.
As the first half is winding down. And his guys have taken the lead.
That's it.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they covered him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
This is caught inside the 15. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Missed it. Missed it!
No good. He missed it. So
Oh, my God.
5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Like 50. Like 50. 8. Gun.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Open man is Higgins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it.
So it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Take this off like that.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Gun.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton.
Corner route open.
Being able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Carter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll keep it on the ground. Carter, about 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room. 55, Mike, got 55. You gonna see me in your nightmares. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Mike, 55.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you, the defense is super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure
Come on. If I can miss, you can miss. If I can miss, you can miss.
And he has
No miss.
From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
You ain't going nowhere.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter now up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Chris Carson getting the job done offensively on the ground. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a give, right side. It's Carter. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
47's the mic. 3 buzz.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Williams able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in San Antonio, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Newton to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carter. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown! DeAndre Carter with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
36.
Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down,
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Newton steps away to his left. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This pass complete to Higgins. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now left side on the swing pass. And shutting him off. Now open field. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Newton now to throw. That one complete. Elliott And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Here's Newton.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
On fourth down, Newton. And it is incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll keep it on the ground. Carter. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Carter.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
It's a party now.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jimmy Garoppolo, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the home team here, it's